seconds.
Okay.
Right, we're live now.
Perfect.
Yeah, thanks for that, Anders. Thanks for the help on the last presentation.
You're welcome.
You were a lot of questions were you put on the spot with a lot of questions, and yeah, you answered them very well. So thanks for that.
Oh, no problem. That's my job.
Right. So let's just do a quick sound check. Just type in the message here. Can everybody hear us?
It's a live chat.
Yeah, there's a live chat. Yeah.
Interesting. How do you avoid having your own picture?
Just click the
put the mouse
top.
Yeah, towards the top. You can switch off video and things like that.
Where do you do that?
Place your mouse towards the top of the screen, and slowly, and a navigation bar comes up.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, wait, can you put a message in the chat bar to see if everybody can hear us?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, I have, and nobody's responded.
We are live, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ivor's hearing us anyway. Perfectly.
All right. Reg said he can't, so Reg, you've got a problem. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go through quickly just who I am, and basically I'll just go through a few slides, because there's a few new people on tonight who haven't got a clue who I am, basically, and this is some idea that I set up a few weeks ago for doing a webinar, basically for people that I bring into the Vital Angels business. But obviously everyone's welcome, and use it as a team building exercise. So yeah, let me go straight to my slides. Only a few slides. I'm going to go straight over to Gerwin, and perhaps then over to Anders for some questions towards the end. So here we go. Yeah, so my name is Adrian Hibbert. I'm based in the Vale of Glamorgan in South Wales, just on the outskirts of Cardiff. So it's in between a place called Penarth and Barry. I'm not sure if anyone's been to Barry Island, but a lot of people went there as a kid. There's a nice beach there, a lovely beach there. So I spend a lot of my time in Cardiff. That's a photograph there of my partner, Virginia, and her two kids. But basically, I've known the kids since they were 5 and 9, and now they're around 14 and 18. And the picture there is taken in Cardiff Bay, and that's where I spend a lot of my time. Basically, my background has always been in property. I did work in British Gas. When I left school, I spent 10 years in British Gas working as an office clerk. So I've actually been through the 9 till 5 situation. I enjoyed it in the first few years, but halfway through I started to get a bit fed up with the 9 till 5, and started looking for, even then, other ways of making money other than working the 9 till 5 in British Gas. Sadly, in 1996, I got sacked, and they paid me off nicely, the nice £15,000 payoff, and they also give me an extra £3,000 as a bonus towards any training I wanted to use. And I used that extra £3,000 to train as a driving instructor. So I did that for 2 years. It was a lot harder than I thought, and a lot of stress. And for the amount of money I earned, that's the reason really I only stuck it for just the 2 years. And then further on from that, I set up a taxi business, which was a lot easier. Obviously, I was getting a lot more money for the amount of hours I was putting in. So yeah, that turned out quite lucrative at the time. I worked a Friday and a Saturday, long hours, and I took the rest of the week off. So yeah, that worked quite nicely then. And also, I also set up a mobile phone business. That worked out very lucrative at the time, because mobile phones were the in thing, and everyone wanted a mobile phone at that time, and I was doing a lot of the unlocking. I was reprogramming the phones, the flashing area, the vibrating batteries. There was all kinds of gadgets out then, which had a high profit on them. I was buying things like carry cases and car chargers for 29 pence and selling them for 9.99. So yeah, that was a great time. But basically, for some reason, I always got involved. I always thought property, and I'm not sure what actually got me into property, but I just had a vision that property was the way forward for me, and I bought my first property in 1994 when sadly my gran died, and rather than sell the house to somebody on the open market, I bought the house from my mother. So I paid my mother £12,000 for my first house. That was in 1994. And well, as I said earlier, I had around 15,000 as a redundancy payment, but I didn't just put that straight into one property. I leveraged that money and ended up buying a few properties with it by using deposits. So I put £1,200 deposit down and bought my first property there for 12,000. I then bought a second property 2 years later for around 29,000, and again a 10% deposit and a 2,900 deposit. So I was still in British Gas in 1994 and 1996, and I picked up 2 properties towards my end of my career in British Gas. But then I took some training. I went on a property course in, I think it was around 1999, 2000. It was the first ever property course to come to London. I actually paid £3,000 for a one-day property course, which was a lot of money then. But anyway, it fixed my head correctly, and it gave me my mindset was really then pushing forward from that one day, and then from that one day property, it sounds a lot of money, but actually from that one day property course, I actually went up and bought 36 further properties, taking my property portfolio to 38 properties between 1999 and 2007, and I still own those properties now, and that's what I've actually been living off for the last, well, the last 10 years basically. I've been living off the cash flow from my properties, which has been very nice for the last 10 years. In 2008, when the property market took a bit of a downturn, I thought this is a good time to take some time off, and I decided to go to Spain. I chose Torrevieja. That's about a 45-minute drive south from Alicante Airport, and I chose that area. I had a few friends living out there, and there's some lovely salt lakes out there, and apparently it's the best place to live from a health point of view, because all the vapors that come off the salt lakes and the mud that you can actually walk into gets rid of a lot of aches and pains. So yeah, I chose Torrevieja. It was a great place to live. I stayed there for 2 years. I went out on my own actually, and my girlfriend then and the 2 kids came out for the 6 weeks holidays and the Easter holidays and all the bank holidays. And but basically, anyway, too much of a good thing got to me at the end. Too much food, too much drink, enjoy myself, and taking a long-earned break. But after 6 months of lying on the beach, basically doing nothing, I actually got a job with a property company called Atlas International, and I started doing the property inspection trips, picking up people from the airport and showing them around properties they were looking to buy over 3 days, which was a very nice and rewarding job at the time. But even then, I was starting to look then for other ways of making money online, because the internet was starting to take off in 2008, and yeah, I even started looking then for lucrative ways of making money online. So, and then basically, I went through. I've been in a number of businesses since 2008, a number of online businesses, and I have to be honest, there's so many out there you can probably pick and choose from, but a lot of them seem to come and go, and a lot of the ones I joined, yes, I did make a lot of money from them, over $200,000 to be exact. Most of that was from a penny auction business back in, I think it was 2010, 2011. And the other one was a banner advertising business, but a lot of people actually lost money, sadly. So yeah, I was quite lucky to make a lot of money, but sadly a lot of people lost money in those type of programs. So I've tended to stay away from those type of sort of vehicle programs as of today. So anyway, I've come across Vital Angels in only a few months ago rather. On the 8th of May I actually joined, but I have been aware of Vital Angels for the last 2 years because Gerwin lives quite local to me, and I have been sort of following his progress over the last 2 years, but at the time it wasn't right for me to join. So come a few months ago, it seemed a perfect time. I had a bit more time on my hands, and then I took the decision to nip down to Gerwin's home and go through the the business itself. I joined as a gold member, €89 a month, and I actually put €5,000 in of my own money on a credit card to buy some shares in some of the companies. So most of my money went into Trig Media. I spread the rest, I think about 3,000 or 4,000 went into Trig, and the other 1,000 I spread amongst a few of the other companies in the back office. But I have seen my shares grow over the last 4 months to around 16,100 in share value. So I'm quite pleased with the way my money's grown since I've joined. So yeah, that's it basically. I'm going to pass you over to Gerwin, but I really see strong potential in this company, Viral Angels. We've got first mover advantage. It's still fairly new, even though it's 2 years old, over 2 years old. As there's only 5,000 paying members in, and that is going to be on the increase very soon. There's my Facebook address, Twitter address, and my mobile number and email address. But obviously, please get back to the person who's introduced you to this presentation, because I'm here to help obviously them, anyone within my team. So yeah, Gerwin, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'm going to pass you over to Gerwin now. He'll go through the presentation. I know his voice is not very good at the moment. He's caught, I think he's caught some flu off Anders actually, but the both of you sound as bad as each other. So yeah, take it away, Gerwin. I'll pass over to the main presentation. All right?
Okay, thanks, Adrian. Yes, they do say that you should follow your sponsor and your upline to the letter, and on this occasion I've taken it one step further and caught the flu off him. So if my voice does go within the next 10 minutes, I do apologise. So I'll try to go through this pretty fast. So I do apologise for that, but I want to go through it before my voice disappears. So can you see that? Can you see the screen, Adrian?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay, marvelous. Right. So, like Adrian said, this is a presentation for the Viral Angels business, and like it says there, it's an extraordinary finance opportunity for the small-scale investor. I myself am from Newport. Known Adrian probably 4 or 5 years, and interesting story. I once invited him to a party, and for some reason he left his shirt and his trousers here. So I still had him here 3 years later. So I don't know how he got on without any clothes, but anyway, that's going completely off the subject. So like he said, for the last 2 years I've been nagging him and keeping on to him about VA. And finally he saw sense back in May, and fair play to Adrian. Very proud of him. Done incredibly well by reaching senior manager in a matter of months. So and that is going to increase very quickly. So the head office is in Stockholm, and we were there just back a couple of weeks ago in a place called Nacka Strand, and very professional setup over 2 floors. And once again, that is something which I was very honoured to be a part of, going over there along with several other people, including Adrian in the group. So Viral Angels is a credit union. It was founded in June of 2012, and myself and Anders and Soraya were lucky enough to see this first off. I didn't understand a word of it, but when we were looking at this type of business mixed with shares, we thought, oh, this has got to be a good thing, and we've rode the storm with the rough and the smooth, and the business is by far from perfect, but it's getting there, and it's getting better by the day. So, can somebody put mute their microphone, either Adrian or Anders? Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, so we got business operations in 17 countries and members in over 70 countries at this present time. So what is Viral Angels? It's a private members equity club, and it's a unique opportunity to be a shareholder in a number of selected companies, and it's a serious and exciting way to enhance your savings. So like it says there, this is an extraordinary finance opportunity for the small scale investor. Can somebody needs to mute their microphone. I'm getting a lot of feedback here. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so what does Viral Angels do? First of all, it evaluates and select companies with potential, and it takes a strong shareholding position in that company. Now, as an example, I'll just give you an example of one company, MyCab International, which is like a luxury sort of airport transfer company. And Viral Angels took 10% of that company, of course, in shares, which equated to 40 million shares. Now, Viral Angels, as I said at the bottom, would have retained 20% of those, which is 8 million, and 32 million would have been spread amongst the membership. And every Wednesday evening, and I think it's Wednesday today, I've lost track of what day it is. It's Wednesday today, and every Wednesday evening at 11:15 UK time, you get an allocation of shares in hand-picked companies. So if you're on here for the first time and looking at this business, if you're going to get in, do it tonight, because you'll have your first allocation of shares within a couple of hours of joining, which is a good little incentive. And Anders is going to run through what's called the Windfall campaign as soon as I've finished, and that'll even give you extra bonuses to actually strive towards. Okay, so what does it do? It takes a strong shareholding position, just like the company I mentioned. It creates an action plan and sees it through to completion. So what does that do? First of all, it increases the number of shareholders that the company has. Because what do companies need to actually go to the stock market? They need shareholders, which is one of the main problems that companies get when they do want to go to the stock market, is they haven't got enough shareholders. Viral Angels instantly offers them 5,000 shareholders at the moment. And it helps that company then with mergers and acquisitions. It also raises capital and assists marketing, because just like with Trig going to the market, the price of taking that to the market was hundreds and hundreds of thousands of euros. So VA can help companies do that, and also prepare for the initial public offering, which is the aim of the game in this anyway. Okay. So basically, the history: Viral Angels personnel has experience from a large amount of listings on several markets, which is Amen Plus, which is London. Deutsche Börse, which is Frankfurt, where a few of us are over there for the listing of Trig last Wednesday. This time last week, I do believe we were actually having a meal over in Frankfurt. Very exciting, and I can never say this word. Anders can surely help me with this. Artie Torquet and NGM, which is in the Stockholm markets, and of course Nasdaq in New York. And the results in VA so far is a plus 300% increase in the amount of membership paid to the amount of stock allocation value. So that speaks for itself. I was talking to my sister a couple of days ago, and she works in banking, and she works for a nationwide building society bank, whatever you want to call it, and their interest rates on their current accounts are, as an example, 0.7% a year, 0.7. And that's incredible. So I think you get more interest keeping it under the mattress nowadays, but that's another story. Okay, what you got here is you can actually build a network from VA, and you can actually introduce other membership to it with certain benefits. And there's a quick shot of the back office. If you've been invited on here tonight, then the first thing to do is actually get hold of the person who have invited you on there and make sure they've you've got their link. If you haven't got the link, then please just use viralangels.com/user/your sponsor's email address, and that's the easiest and quickest way to get on if for any reason you're on here and you don't you can't get over your sponsor or whatever. So what are the membership benefits? First of all, you get information about non-listed companies. You get weekly share allocations, access to the VAX trading platform, which means you can actually trade these free allocations between other members. You get a prepaid card and access to education and training, and once again the opportunity to participate in the bonus program and also crowdfunding. Okay, now you've got different membership levels, which range from gold to black diamond, and we don't discount silver because there's only a 25% allocation. You can't actually trade, so that's just a basic level. If you want to sign up and just have a look around the back office, you can do that for free. Okay, so the recommended package of choice is obviously what you can afford, but as an example, the amount of shares you get go exponentially, depending on what package you got. For instance, if you had 100 shares allocated at gold, then at platinum, even though it's not twice as much, you get 195 allocations at gold. And that's just an example. You don't get 100, you get different share values every week. I said that once, and people say, well, you know, I've only had 4 shares in this and 60 shares in that. Just an example. If it was 100 shares at gold, it would be 195 shares at platinum. And somebody still haven't muted their microphone. So sorry about that. But so myself and you know, obviously the higher the package you go on, the more shares you are going to get. But please choose what you can afford, because with the windfall campaign, you have to pay it for 3 months. And you know, there's no point coming on this black diamond for 1 month and then not paying for the rest of the year, because you're better off paying something that you can afford, which is great. So you've got an opportunity to build your business, and you get excuse me, you get direct bonus in 5 levels. You've got a monthly bonus, a leadership bonus, quarterly cash bonus, annual leadership bonuses, special promotions, and share bonuses. And I'm not going to run through the bonus plan for you, because if you do sign up for free, if you go down the left-hand column where it says my career plan, you can check the career plan out at your leisure. But I just want to give you an example here. If you was a platinum, and you know, sorry, if you introduce somebody as a platinum, then you would get a €15 real-time bonus every month that they pay platinum. And if they done the same thing as 6, if they done the same thing as 3, and then 6 down to level 5. I keep saying this, but level 0, as they call it, where it says real-time bonus, is actually the first level. So it's down to 5 levels. So I must change this when I get around to it. But the thing is with this, you have not got to buy up the levels to achieve the most bonuses. So even if you was a gold and somebody joined on an emerald, then you would still receive your €60 bonus. It's not like one of these things where, you know, if you want to achieve the top bonuses, you have to buy more or put more in. You have not got to do that in this, and I think that's absolutely wonderful, because it means that you know, you can build your business without the pressure of knowing that you've got to pump more money in, which is great. Okay, you've got the director's luxury trip, which once you reach the director, which is roughly 300 people in your team and a certain amount of criteria, which once again you can check out in the career plan in the back office. I'm not sure. I'm sure Andy's going to lay some light on where we're going next year, but wherever we go in, it's going to be great. It's really looking forward to that. Now, how do we build the business? Some people find this complicated. Personally, when you simplify it down to its bare bones, then it's not. What you do is you pay a membership fee, and every week you get free share allocations, which, when they float on the public stock market, you know, and something we've learned with Trig is that that's not the end. That's not the end of it. That's the beginning of it, because once it floats on the stock market, obviously we want those shares to increase on the public market, which is where the true value comes from. But you know, if somebody wants to offload their shares at any time, then they can do that in the back office, no problem whatsoever. But that is not the aim of VA. The aim of VA is an investment, and you know, not something which you're going to get rich quick out of next week. And it's a shame, because when networkers see this business and you know, somebody asks me what kind of return on investment they get by having shares, do they get paid 2% a day or something? Then quite frankly, they haven't quite understood what we're doing. Network marketing makes you a lot of money. Shares make you wealthy, but it takes time. And quite frankly, if somebody is looking for a quick fix, then you're better off going to do something else, because this probably isn't for you. But if you are looking to create wealth for you and your family over the next coming years, then certainly this is definitely something for you. So as it says there's webinars on a regular basis. That's in the UK. Have a webinar on a Sunday. We are going to be starting others during the week, because there's other people coming online who want to actually present as well. We've got a training webinar on a Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and then this Google Hangout on a Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So there's plenty of opportunity to plug people into the webinars and information from myself and the other people involved. Okay, so once you've actually reached a certain level, like senior manager as Adrian reached last month, then he would have received a €300 bonus on the third Friday of the following month, which comes in like clockwork, and that goes all the way up to president at €1,000. And I'm sure Anders will correct me, but when there's one person president, and I think his first bonus was somewhere in a region of 26 or 27,000 of income was 26 or 27,000 euros for a month, which is really cool, because on top of that you get monthly leadership bonuses. And just imagine as a president, if you were turning over $250,000 and you got a nice little 2.5% of that, so just do the maths for yourself. And also you get a quarterly bonus on top of that as well. And there's leadership bonuses. So basically, if we have a look at the estimate monthly incomes, you know, like for a lot of networkers might think, oh, that's not brilliant. But the fact is, what would you prefer? This business is going to be around for a long time. Like Adrian said, you know, I've seen so many businesses come and go, and they don't last because they got unsustainable business models because their product is not up to scratch. Whereas with this, it's real companies with real stocks, real professional people running it, and you know, the business is made long term. You know, ask yourself the question: would you like 20% for 20 years or 80% for 20 months? And I know which one I actually want. So that's fantastic. I'm not going to run through this, but you've got different types of markets in the back office, because there's a company up in London, for instance, which will let you invest in pre-IPO stocks, but the minimum amount you have to put in is 25 grand, and with that you put in all your trust in one little group of people, of course, and you can't even trade the stocks before they're listed. And with this, you can trade in unlisted stocks, which is great. And if you get good at the trading, there's you know, a considerable amount of money to be made, or you can increase your stocks. Now, also to get paid, there's many ways you can withdraw your money from this, but you also get prepaid cards, and depending on what level you're at. And the T24 Black Card's a very nice card, and it holds up to $50,000. So if anybody can get to where they can max out their black card, then you can take me out for a pint. Okay, and also you've got underwriting and performance pools and option pools on top of it. Now, I'm sorry I've run through this pretty quick, but I'm just about to lose my voice again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you over to Adrian again, and then we can have Anders, my sponsor, who's a partner in the company, can tell you a little bit about his background and where he sees this business going. So can I pass that back to you, please?
Okay, Gavin. 2 seconds. Yeah, right. Any questions? Thanks for that, Gavin. Any questions? If you can put them in the chat. Just wanted to congratulate Reg Chip from County Down in Northern Ireland there for qualifying as executive trader today. So that was a great achievement. I know Reg is very woohoo! Yeah, he's very proactive. He literally rings me every day, and he's got lots of prospects. Basically, I don't know where he gets them from, but they're queuing up all the time just to speak to me, and he loves doing three-way calls with me. So and yeah, the three-way calls, I find they are very high converting, especially with Reg anyway, and well, with a lot of people I'm doing them with. And so yeah, if anyone's got any three-way calls, they want to do any prospects, I can take calls any time of the day, basically 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the night. Like I said, my business is property mainly, but I have put my property business on a bit of a back burner for the last 4 months to build the Viral Angels business. So basically, just to take advantage really of this first mover advantage. You know, this is still fairly new. There's a lot of people that haven't heard about it. So I'm just basically going through the motions really, just ringing as many people as I can, going to all the network meetings I can, and just positioning what I believe to be the key people, get them in first, you know.
Can we bring Anders into the call now, because he likes to go to bed early and it's 10:30 over there.
Yeah. Well, Anders still is in the call. He's there, I can see him, but he's taking his picture off.
No, he's muted himself.
I'm here.
There he is.
Yes, I muted myself. Thank you, guys. That was an interesting presentation. What do you mean I go to bed early? Make me sound like an old guy. I have actually taken away the picture because I don't want to scare you. I've been having the flu for a couple of days, and you will see Gervin looking like me in a couple of days. So it's like watching Walking Dead, and I don't want to bring you through that. I think Gervin wanted me to actually to go through the Windfall campaign. Do you want that? We have
Yes.
guests on?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do that briefly. And actually, my story, if you want to have that one, I'm not going to go through all of it because that's going to take all night. I've been to network marketing for 15, I think it's 15 and a half years now, actually a little more. And I've been through some really good companies and some really bad companies. And actually, as Adrian and Gervin said, there's a lot of companies coming onto the market. I basically have had it with those kind of companies exploding, and we build a lot of networkers, big groups, and they vanish all over the time, and we have to restart. So back in 2012, when we saw this product the first time, I signed up immediately, and as Gervin said, I didn't really understand what I signed up for. I realized that we could make a lot of money on this one, and I really was in desperate need of a good investment product, and it worked. And a year ago, maybe a year ago, it was in August 2013, Tony asked me if I could help him, together with another guy, to actually rebuild the company as a standalone concept. And we started, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work with this, because this is really sustainable. This is a company that will be here, and we're actually delivering real value to people. It's not some toy shares. This is for real. And we did list a company in the stock market in Frankfurt last Thursday, and people are going to see some tremendous wealth from that company. And I'm so grateful for being here. And yeah, that ends it really. So back to the Windfall campaign. It works like this. We did a campaign back in the springtime. It was called Rainmaker. A lot of us made a lot of stocks on that one because there was a nice offer to some of the leaders, and everyone else actually got a lot of stocks also. And that's the company that we actually brought to the stock market. And now it's time for a new bunch of companies, because this is not going to be one company. This is going to be at least 3 companies, I can say, from today, because there's coming some nice changes in. And those companies are really great. So if you want to take part in that, if you want to use the real Windfall campaign that starts on the 1st of October, do listen up and do qualify for that. And to do real, serious, big money on the Windfall campaign when it starts, you need to be at least manager. Manager, executive manager, director, and upwards. They will all get their own special deals. The higher position, the higher deal, and also the higher demand. So they will have to do more, but they will be able to make serious profits on this one. So before that, we have this Windfall build-up campaign that has been ongoing since the 18th of August, and it goes on until the end of September at midnight. And the intention of this one is to help everyone to build up their positions and reach higher in the career level due to the upcoming Windfall campaign, and also to give all new members a real good incentive to start saving with us. And also, finally, to reward our members, because everyone gets something from this campaign. So to take part in a campaign, you need to be an active member with at least a gold membership or higher, and it needs to be on a monthly subscription, ongoing for at least 3 months. You need to have an approved KYC no later than the 30th of September at midnight, which means that you need to send your passport copy and a copy of your bill. And please take a photo of your entire, I don't know how you call it, but your entire passport. They need to see both sides of the passport, open passport. And also make sure that your address on Viral Angels has the same address on your proof of address, which means your bill that you send in, and that it's not older than 3 months. Take a new one. Then it will work. And those who send in late, of course, we will approve them the day after. So don't worry. And as I said before, the ongoing membership needs to be going for 3 months at least. It means if you start tonight, 24th of September, you will have to have an ongoing subscription until the 24th of December. And don't stop saving then either. Keep on going. I've been doing that for a while, and now I have a real serious amount of shares. It's been tremendous, really. The rules for the allocation is very simple. If you do a gold subscription for 3 months, you will of course get your bonus allocated in gold. If you in gold level, and if you do a platinum for a couple of months and then change to gold, you will get the lowest one. You will get a gold promotion. So if you, for example, as the lowest, the one on the bottom stays as a ruby for 3 months, you get a ruby allocation, which is higher. So the more you save, the more you will get in bonus from the company. Existing members, the promotion level for this one is the existing members, those who are already in a subscription, and the members who actually restart their subscriptions but have been paying members before. If they qualify for those 3 months, they will get 50% extra, which means that if they are on gold subscription, 89 euros a month, they will get 1/2 of a gold subscription extra, which is 45 euros. So if they pay 3 times 89, they will get 45 euros extra in allocation, and that's kind of nice. They don't need to do anything extra, just keep on going. Never activated members, as we do have people who have registered but never paid, and we do want to help you to get them paying. And also new members who signs up who's never been to our concept before. Both those will get 100% extra, which means that if they are on a gold subscription, 89 euros per month, pays for 3 months, they will get an extra 100%, 89 euros that is, in extra allocation, and that's great. All those shares will be visible immediately when you start paying in your back office, but they will be locked until the 3 months period has passed. And after that, they will be unlocked, and you can use the shares and sell them if you want to. And added to that, we have an extra promotion, which is a frontline bonus, which means that to help you once more to acquire new members and also to reward new members and give them a real superb start, we have put in this frontline offer, which means that every member has 3 of those, which means that if you start tonight, you will also be able to offer those to your friends. The first 3 people who starts paying, who has never been paying before, signs up and starts paying in your frontline, will get another 100%. And just to make that clear, let's say you are on a gold subscription, 89 euros a month. You pay that for 3 months, which is 3 times 89. As you are a new member, you will get 100% extra, which is another 89 euros in value. If you're one of the first 3 signing up for one person, you will get another 100%. So altogether, you pay for 3 months, but you get 5 months of allocation. And I think that's pretty generous of the company. And also, if you're a senior manager, you have 4 of those offers. And if you're an executive manager, you have 5. And if you're a director or above, you have 6 of those offers. And you cannot choose. It is the first 3, 4, 5, or 6 people signing up and starting paying. But that's good enough. So use that, and please do qualify for your own sake for the next upcoming promotion, because it's gonna be great and you're gonna make tremendous amounts of shares. And I know some of those companies, all of them will never succeed. That won't happen in lifetime. But many of those, maybe all of them, will be real successes. And one of the companies is actually going to be Fantrack, and you're going to meet them in London. The 5th of October, I think that is. So, did you see my screen, really?
No, that's fine, Anders. We just see the blue picture, the template.
I forgot. Sorry, guys. Yeah, listen to Adrian, listen to Gervin. Those are good guys, good leaders. So please follow their lead, and you will be successful. Thank you from me.
Okay, thanks, Anders. Can I just say a couple of words a second? First of all, I'd like to extend my congratulations to everybody who've received or moved up the levels today, which is, I just noticed John Shedrick has gone trader as well, and Red's with executive trader as well. So that's not a bad day. One, David Roberts has gone trader today.
Yeah, David Roberts, yeah.
But one thing which I would say is that obviously some of us, not all of us on here, have got shares in Trig, and what we can do is obviously use the cashback plugin. And I just booked a hotel last week, and I got £18 cashback on it from Trig. So it's well worth going to trig.com, registering, and downloading that plugin. The more of us who do that, then the higher the share price will go. And also download the messenger app called Hey Hey, which you can actually click on the VA website, and it's a superb little tool for messaging. So the more that we can do to bolster the company, then as Tesco said, it's every little help. So please go to trig.com and register for the cashback plugin, and and get everybody you introduce to do the same thing, because it works. It's tremendous, and why not use it? Because you haven't got to go to any specific website. It just automatically scans your shopping on Google or any other search engine, and it automatically gives you cashback. So it's a very, very unique piece of kit, and that is where Trig's value lies. So let's start using it, guys. So over to you, Adrian.
Yeah. Okay, Gavin. Yeah, just while Anders is still there, I just got one or two questions.
Yes.
I got a guy called Ivan on the chat here. He's sent his KYC by airmail for some reason.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I've just sent him a message saying why didn't he upload it, but he sent photocopies of his passport, driver license, and utility bill through the mail. So will he be he wants to know, does he still qualify for his windfall?
Well, I don't know if it will actually appear on the office in Stockholm. I'm not in the office. But anyhow, my best advice would be to go to someone who actually, you could do that probably, yeah. Adrian. Help him to upload his documents, because that takes seconds, and then he will be approved.
Yeah, he's just said no, his scanner's not working, so he should have come to me direct. Really, like I could have done that for him. Yeah,
that happens, It's easy to make mistakes, and that's no big thing. It's a good thing actually. He sent his things. That's a lot of work.
The other thing is, Anders, did you know of any new companies coming into Viral Angels in the near term, short term? Is there new ones coming on?
Yeah, I do know new ones, Adrian, but. Wise of the history, I will not tell you, because we actually had a really interesting company on our way in, and they actually fucked up, so they won't be a part of our story, and that's on their behalf. That's bad. Now that's really bad, because they don't really get anywhere.
That's Swedish for messed up, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Sorry. You will have to forgive my perfect English.
Just explain, Anders, to keep it simple, because there are a few new people on Viral Angels. You can just become a member and just become a passive member. You don't have to do anything really, do you? You can just become a member and save. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. No one has to do anything here, except from saving, of course. So if they pay their monthly subscription, they will get shares, and that's the beauty of things, because I've been to network marketing for some years. You probably have too, and a lot of people never make any money in network marketing because they don't know how to sponsor people. They can't sponsor people. They don't have the skills. They don't have the attitude for it. But everyone can do a saving, and everyone makes money. And in this concept, actually, the most money comes from the savings.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
And all the members that have paid in over the last 12 months, on average €89 a month, they've seen the shares rise, haven't they, over that 12 months of around, I would have thought, 300%. Is that right?
Yeah, that's probably more. It's a lot more. It depends, actually. Some people have been really lucky and been in for a couple of months when we had some nice campaigns going on, and they have a lot more than that. That's actually, Adrian, why I could say on the call we had before that we will not have 60 people going Swedish millionaires. We will have a lot more due to the listing we had a few days ago. And
so why did you choose Viral Angels? Obviously, I'm not sure what your full background is before that, but obviously you saw Viral Angels as big potential even 2 years ago when you joined them.
Well, I was looking for some kind of savings product, and I've been putting my money. My worst mistake ever. I went to the bank and put my pension funds into something called middle risk in Sweden. It's index regulated. You probably know what that is. And my best friend, one of my best friends, he's working for something called Avanza in Sweden. She laughed her ass off when she realized what I had done. I lost all my money. Middle risk is really the riskiest thing you can do, at least in this country. And I didn't know that. That sounded, middle dangerous. But I lost everything. And the biggest problem was that I was, inactive. And I thought that was the way you should handle it then. Leave it to the bank and they will handle it. They didn't. So I lost my money. Then I went into investments in high risk concepts. And that's, as I think Gervin said that before, that's very risky and it's very expensive. I made some profit, but then I lost the profit again, and it kept on going like that. And then I met Tony, and Tony actually showed me Barrel Angels the way to actually make risky investments, and we take the risk down because we get shares divided into several companies. Every saving we do gives us shares in several companies. All of them won't be successful, but some will be really successful. And when we have a success, we don't talk percentages. We talk, many times the investment, and that's really interesting. That's why.
So our risk is spread around amongst 10, 11, 12 companies at the moment. Is that right?
It's probably 12, isn't it? And there are more companies coming now. So a lot of more companies will be added to the portfolio during the autumn and after New Year and so on. That's good.
Okay. Okay, guys. I got Reg. You there? Thanks, Anders. I'm going to bring Reg in now. See if Reg can hear us.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Reg. Like I said, I've known Reg Chip. He's based in County Down in Northern Ireland. I've known him for a few years in a few other businesses that we were involved in. But when did you actually join, Reg? Viral Angels? Was it? I've only been in since May myself. So you've only been in since July?
Correct.
So you've only been in 2 months, is that right?
Absolutely, yeah, right. Yeah. A little over 2 months, about 9 weeks. Reason I joined initially.
And you've reached executive grade as of today.
Yeah, the reason I joined initially, I could see it as a no-lose situation, and that's how I built my business up. But 80% of people join this business do nothing, and they'll still earn a very decent income long-term with Viral Angels, and I see it as that initially. And thanks to Adrian, he taught this business bit by bit, and I started taking hold of it. And then basically, I've got a huge warm list. A lot of Skype contacts. Know a lot of people locally, and thanks to Adrian's team website, I started sharing the team website with them and three-waying them to Adrian, and well, it's a no-brainer. It was 100 and still is 100% success rate. And I've never had this in any previous business.
That's right. You've struggled in all the other businesses, haven't you? You've struggled, haven't you? You've had no help.
Not this one. Why? Because I'll say it again. The no-lose situation. You do not need the sponsor to earn a decent income. But I'm one who likes sponsoring. I like helping other people. And if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. It's as simple as that. And the teamwork, I think that plays a big role in it. It's exceptional. I've never come across it. I'm not just saying it, I really mean it. It's exceptional that the team help. Everybody just wants to help everybody, irrespective whether they're getting paid on them or not. And
what works quite well, Reg, is like the three-way calls. You pass your prospects over to me, don't you?
Absolutely.
I ring you, then I ring the prospect, so we got a three-way call. So we go through the process then, and even if we need to bring Gerwin in, then I always ring Gerwin. We end up on a four-way call, and that brings a lot of credibility then to your prospects. Is that right?
Indeed, and on one occasion with one of my frontliners, John Hibbs, we even brought Anders in on the conversation. It was an unbelievable call, one of the best calls I've ever been on in my life. And this is my upline. You are unreal.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so definitely what works for me and Reg for everyone to hear is basically three-way calls. That's how we work, Everyone's got their own way of doing things. I attend a lot of business network meetings and do a lot of stuff face-to-face through the property network. But Reg has got his system, and he's got his warm market and on his cold market, and he basically gets the people on the phone, and I have to put my hands up to that, and they convert, Reg, and once they're on the three-way call, and we go through the process and give them the help and support, they join, don't they? They join the next day, don't they?
Indeed, and I must say this: I've never come across a business like this where I'm bringing in strangers into the business who I've never worked with before, never spoke with before, just made conversation on Skype with these people before, and with the team website and the three-way calls, people are signing up. My team's expanded to Mexico now. It's going into Jamaica very, very shortly. I can't believe how good it is.
Okay, thanks for that, Reg. And you're coming over to London on the 5th of October for the Viral Angels event. Are you all booked in for that?
Can't wait. 4 years has been a long time not to have met you, Adrian, and it's been too long, and I can't wait to meet you and everybody else there, and obviously my team as well. You know, brilliant.
Don't forget to stay the night round, Reg, because we're all going to have a couple of pints afterwards.
I'm a teetotaler.
A Coca-Cola.
Okay, then, Reg. Thanks for that. Thanks for that quick sort of testimonial. It all helps, and as your team starts to grow and you bring more people into this hangout, obviously they look to you more now as well, because you are coming out as an authoritative person, you know. So these hangouts, that's the whole idea. I set up these hangouts, so it gets more interaction with all the people in our team, and more important, the prospects coming on.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for that, Reg.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Any other questions, Kevin, or do you want to close it down from here?
No, I think we've covered everything. So I thank.
Hold on, we've got questions.
What?
We've got one or two questions from a guy called Sandeep. I don't know if is Sandeep in your team, Gerwin, or?
Think so.
He's saying he lives in India. He lives in India as of next month, and he'll be off to work on a cruise and for 9 months. So basically, can he still join the business even if he's on a cruise? So I want to throw that in a problem.
Yeah, the answer to that, absolutely yes. And obviously, when he comes back, he's going to have a nice portfolio of shares there ready and waiting when he comes back. Just make sure his card actually doesn't expire before he comes back. Otherwise, they won't be able to take the payments.
Yeah, he's saying, do I need to track the shares or just pay the monthly amount? If
he's away on a cruise ship, he can just pay the monthly amount. He can log in. If my experience of Wi-Fi on a cruise liner isn't particularly that good, so it's very, very slow. But no, he can obviously look at him in his back office to see what he's getting anytime he's free. But you know, as long as he's a paid-up member, then he's going to get the shares allocated to him every Wednesday. And if he's a platinum, he'll also get the index pool shares allocated on a Saturday also.
So the key is make sure you've got a good credit card in place for 3 months, isn't it, in advance, or 3 months payment?
Well, as long as his card isn't going to expire, or as long as there's money in there, then no problem.
Yeah. Okay then. I'm not sure if Anders is still gone, but anyway, thanks Anders. He's still there, but thanks Anders, okay, and thanks for the support and help for tonight.
Welcome.
And
nice to attend.
Sorry?
It was nice to attend the meeting.
Yeah, is it your first hangout? Is that right?
Yeah, my first Google Hangout. That's interesting.
There you go. But yeah, the plan is to get this Google Hangout up to 100 people. We'd allow 10 maximum on the actual the bar here, 10 live people talking. But I think it's unlimited for the amount of people that can attend. So I want to try and get the numbers up to 100 people, you know. So if people can bring a few people along every Wednesday 9 o'clock, then we can soon get the numbers up to 50, 60 plus.
Of course.
Okay, then Anders, thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you. Take care, guys.
Yeah, Wayne, thanks again for you, and thanks Reg and everybody for hooking into the webinar, and we'll do it all again next Wednesday, and just try and bring a few people along. That'll be great.
Okay, and hopefully my voice won't be going, so I won't have to rush through the presentation as fast. So thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay then, cheers, guys.
Bye.
Cheers, bye. Good night, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Reg.